In this video, I will tell you about the multifunction grip tool of AutoCAD. So up to this point, we have made many drawings, and whenever we select any drawing or any object in AutoCAD, we were able to see these grips. So these are the different points on the geometry and which are represented by these blue dots, and they are visible on almost all of the geometries. Here also, when I select the circle, we have these different grips. And using these grips we can make multiple modifications in the geometry. For example, here we have this rectangle which is made with a simple polyline, and I'll select it so that the grips are visible. Now go to any of these grips, the end grips, and when I hover my cursor there, you'll see these extra options which are available in the menu. Now you can use this stretch vertex. You can stretch it just like this, or you can even add a vertex. So select this add vertex and add a new vertex here just like this. Now let's say that we want to remove this one so that this vertex and this vertex joins with a single line. So again, I'll hover my cursor, select the remove vertex, and here we have it. Now if I move my cursor to this grip, I'll have even more options. So we have this stretch, the obvious one, and also we have the add vertex option which we have already seen. But we also have a new option which is convert to arc. So let's select it, and now we can convert this object or this polyline into an arc. So this part of polyline is now converted into an arc. Now we can again go to this and we can convert it to a line again. So we have this convert to line, select it, and here we have it. Now that is not all about the multifunction grips. You can select multiple grips in a drawing using the shift key. So let's say that in this case we want to select two grips on the end of this rectangle. For that, I'll select this rectangle, and now we'll select both of these grips directly. So for selecting them, simply press and hold the shift key. Now click on the grip which you want to select. In this case, I've selected this. Now its color changes to red. Now click on the second grip which you want to select, and now both of these grips are selected. Now release the shift key, click on any of these grips, and you can now modify them like this. Similarly, you can also directly click on the grip and modify the geometry according to your requirement. So I'll press Ctrl Z to get back to the original geometry. Now using grips, you can also modify your geometry in many different ways. For example, on the modify panel, we have multiple tools like scale, stretch, move, and copy or rotate, and we have used these tools from modify panel, but instead of selecting them from modify panel and using them from here, you can directly use the grips and use them. Now in this case, we have this complete geometry. Let's say that we want to modify it using the grips. For that, I'll select it. Now select the grip which you want to make as a base point. So I'll select this grip as the base point, and now click on it. Now as soon as you'll click on it, you'll see on the command line here, let's expand this command line to see it even more clearly, that we have an extra option here is stretch, which is enclosed in these star symbols. Now the current command which is active in this case is stretch, and you can obviously see that we can stretch the object. Now press space bar or enter, and the command will change to move, as you can see here on the command line, and now we'll be able to move the object. Now I'll once again press enter, and it changes to rotate, and the grip on which we have clicked will become the base point for rotation. Press enter again, and now we can scale it. You can enter the scale factor right now on the command line in order to change its size, and press enter again. We have the mirror tool. So now we can mirror it along this mirroring line or whatever the mirror line which you specify. Press enter again, and we are back to stretch. Now in this case, we were able to change the geometry for this rectangle only. What if you also want to change the geometry for the circle along with this? For that, you need to select the complete set of objects and now select the grip. So let's select this grip in this case, and once again we have the stretch. Press enter. We have the move tool, but in this case the complete set of object will move. We have the rotate, and complete set of object will rotate, although the change in the rotation for this circle will not be visible. Press enter. We have the scale, and now we can scale the complete set of geometry. We have the mirror tool. We can obviously mirror it. We have again the stretch, which is back to the first condition. So in this way, we can use these modify tools directly using the multifunction grips as well. And obviously we have the option of changing the geometry directly by clicking the multifunction grip also. So this was all about the multifunction grip tool of AutoCAD.